Hi everyone, you're watching White Witch Alchemy, and today is our Intuitive Friday where I do my scribble readings or my intuitive tarot readings. Depends what I'm feeling that day, or both if I feel the need to. Today I'll start scribbling. If I'll feel the need to use tarot cards, I will. I've already started a little sketch here, just so I can get into the energy. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy it and if you resonate with it. First thing that I'm seeing is a fireplace and a chimney. I'm not sure if it's because winter is coming and days are getting colder, but I really see like a fireplace, like everything is so comforting, but you look outside and it's snowing and you really don't want to go outside, but I'm getting this kind of a heavy feeling on my chest. So maybe you've been a little bit depressed or on the depressed side lately, or you've been with the chimney, like I see a lot of black as well, like the smoke that comes out of it. I feel like that has been how you've felt lately, maybe a little bit dirty, but not in a, maybe a little bit toxic, I would say. So maybe you're into psychology and maybe you've been doing the work yourself, but I see you going in like a retrospective or like back in time and finding things that you don't like about yourself or things that you would like to change, or finding patterns that lead you to the way you act nowadays. This is a very mature thing that not many people are strong enough to do, so I have to congratulate you on that. Some of these things are really, really dark, and with this fireplace, it's almost like you have been trying to comfort yourself. Maybe I'm hearing limerence or binge eating, or some type of other addiction that is rooted in the feeling of comfort because of the discomfort you've felt before and because of the discomfort that healing takes. I feel like you've been doing the work. If it's about limerence, you've recently discovered a way to get rid of it, or you've been recently experimenting with yourself in order to get rid of it, because it has been blocking your creativity or your success. I'm seeing the letter H and an iguana. So if those two things are relevant, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm seeing a bridge as well. I think you've had encounters or situations with people where you've realized, okay, they might have something wrong with them, but I also have something wrong with me, and I am ready to work with myself in order to fix myself for my future relationships, situations, maybe even work related or friendships or family relations. It doesn't have to be romantic. And I feel like you've been like, okay, the first person that I dated, or the first person that I encountered this problem with, that was a coincidence. The second is not a coincidence anymore. But all right, maybe it was linked to the first one. And then the third, you're like, okay, wait a second. I need to do something about it. Maybe it is me. Maybe there is something in me. Maybe it's not exactly the problem, but maybe there is something in me that is leading me to these people. Toxic friendships, toxic family members, toxic relationships, toxic work environments. So you've been really working on your self-image, on ways to comfort yourself by not just sitting and reminiscing in what would be better for you at the moment, but actually taking action in what would make you feel better at the moment. So if you really want, if you have this body image problem, you've really been putting the work in, like you've been taking care of yourself. There's this thing that people do which is called performative grooming, where they only take care of themselves if they need to or if other people are going to see them. But you have been doing it although you've been all alone. I feel like you have been thinking about going to trips alone, or going to restaurants alone, or going to cafes alone, just to be able to experience yourself alone in the quiet without any distractions. Before, you felt like there was something keeping you from doing things alone and it didn't feel right. You always felt like you had to have the presence of someone else there, um, which led you maybe to limerence about certain people being with you all the time, or creating scenarios in your head, um, about these people, that it's those scenarios are not real. It just feeds your um, brain with comfortable fake memories, and then you become attached to the thought of them being romantic or non-romantic. um, Going back to the chimney, I see it much like toxic things that have happened maybe in your childhood or maybe even later on. I think many people talk about the childhood of oneself, but they never talk about the first encounters with friendships and relationships. Those can really make or break a person when they're growing up. So I feel like it could be something in your childhood, but it could also be something that happened later on in life that left you with these traces. Like the chimney burns and you continue to burn for people that left just smoke in you, left this dark smoke in you, and you are now ready to clear it up. You're now ready to do the work and scrub these black smoke traces out of you. um, I'm seeing a signature. I'm not sure why, but maybe I mentioned before toxic workspaces or work environments, and maybe you have been changing your job, and you, or maybe you don't have a job at the moment because you left it and you've been searching for something, but I see you signing something really soon, or maybe a contract that will lead to a lot of abundance. It could be work related or not. Maybe you are marrying someone, I'm not sure, or having a business partner, or changing your business partner, but a signature is very relevant in this story. Maybe a part of you that needs to be healed is working on your financial independence. It could be that your family is very toxic and you need to get out of there, of that environment, and then you really had to search for something. It doesn't matter how good or bad for you it is. You just need to find a really smart way to make money quickly, and you've been investing a lot of time on it, and I see it paying off. But right now it's on a slow burn. It's like it's going a little bit up, and then at one point it will skyrocket. So I would say keep doing it, keep doing the work, keep doing the research also. If you're on social media, look what's doing good, look what doesn't, and stay in your lane as well, stay in your niche. But somehow I feel like there will be a really, really big skyrocketing moment that will give you a lot of abundance. I'm seeing a pink butterfly, and I'm also seeing a worm. I'm thinking now Alice in Wonderland, and I'm thinking about her trying to fit in a world that wasn't hers. It was all in her head. We go back to the limerence part. I think limerence is a really big topic on this reading tonight. I see you stuck on the stories that you tell yourself, but then making it out of it. I feel like you've done a lot of work to make it out of it. You understand how ridiculous it is. That's why I'm seeing one Alice in Wonderland. You understand that it is mad the way you think of yourself and of your life, and the only person who can change it is actually you. You've been listening to this self-help podcasters, or you've been reading self-help books, and you might think, okay, I already know this. What am I reading here? I've already gone through this in my own life. I've already learned from this. Give me the solution to this. They just point out the problem. And little by little, you are solving the problem. You are doing the work. Maybe you're doing meditations. Maybe that's why you're in my channel, because you're doing meditations. I post meditations on Mondays. But I also see a boat, but the ones with like the, what is it called? With sails? Yeah, sailboats. I'm seeing a sailboat. Maybe it reminds you of your father. I'm not sure, but I'm seeing also a father figure in this, or maybe of a grandpa. Maybe you wanted to do something recently with your dad or grandpa, someone like a male figure in your life, just so you get that caring feeling from a masculine person, maybe if you need it. I feel like you've been missing that recently, and you've been projecting onto other people. Maybe you're also looking for gifts recently. For maybe you've maybe you've started to do your Christmas shopping, and you're thinking about your dad or grandpa, and you want to get them a boat. And in that case, it's a really cute idea. I think it will be really nice. Or maybe you can make a boat. I'm not sure, like a little one. I mean, not a real boat, but maybe you can make also a real boat. Who knows? And that would be very much appreciated. I think that would resolve an issue, or that would heal a relationship that maybe hasn't been so strong recently. Maybe something happened. Maybe you had an argument with your father or your grandpa or someone masculine in your family, and you really need to fix it in order to proceed. You feel like, okay, I've solved many things in my own body and mind, and I am still going to do the work for those. But one thing that I really need to solve is my relationship with my dad. The fireplace is coming back to me now. And I feel like Christmas is a really big thing for you, good or bad. And part of these relationships that you need to solve is also the way you look at family gatherings, or in this case, religious holidays. Maybe you're not a big fan of them, or maybe you are and you're really excited to do those, but you have some weird relations with your family or relatives of yours. And in that case, you need to learn how to divide the concept from your connections. I don't know if I said this before, but the letter H is coming through, and I see a bridge between you right now, yourself right now, and yourself in the future. And I feel like it's a bridge that is under construction. You are now building the bridge between yourself now and yourself in the future. And about yourself in the past, it's like you're fixing little broken pieces. You're not burning it. Many people say burn bridges as needed, but from yourself to your past self, you're even reconstructing it in a better, more efficient way. And you, at the same time, are building the bridge to your future self. Whatever you're doing, you're on the right track, and I would continue to do so. Continue to work on yourself, continue to work on your body, your image, your mind. Continue to solve the puzzles that you've been wondering about yourself for so long. And it's safe for you to try to build relationships that have been kind of fading out for many years now, or a lot of time. It's okay for you to try to do that. It's not only you in these relationships, it's also the other person. So if they haven't done the work, or they don't want you in their lives, that's okay. But you trying to revive certain things is very important. You do all the work that is needed from your side, and then the rest is on them and what fortune has for you. The people who are really toxic, you don't need in your life, of course, but the ones that you actually miss, the energies that you've been missing for a while, those, it is safe for you to try and revive. I feel like I need to say this to you. I'm seeing the sea again and seagulls on top, linked to the boat that I mentioned earlier. Maybe you for real are living somewhere where you go sailing, and that will be an amazing bonding activity with your family in the next month, I would say. Or it could be really good for you even if you do it alone. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do it alone. Maybe you can do it with friends even. But I see you doing it. Or I'm hearing making paper boats and making a little race with them. I'm not sure how, but boats are really relevant, and the sea is really relevant for some of you. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Yeah, keep working on yourself. You're doing amazing. I'm really proud of you. This was it for today, and I'll see you on Subliminal Sundays. Bye-bye.